I'm so excited to be speaking with you virtually today. I've been a part of the CURE team for nearly 3 years now, and we had always envisioned expanding the platform beyond infectious diseases to other areas of high unmet need, with rare diseases being a particular priority, since only 5% of patients, the majority of whom are children, have approved therapies for their diseases. And actually, I'm in the 95% that did not have an approved therapy, and I'm only here today because of drug repurposing. So it's truly surreal to be here right now at the first CDRC workshop and seeing how far we've come. When considering which diseases to pilot, many factors were considered, but there were 4 primary categories. Number 1 being current approved therapeutic options, the extent of repurposing occurring currently, measurability of outcomes, and the strength of the patient community. The first 2 are fairly self-explanatory. We wanted to choose diseases with little to no current approved treatments to ensure we're meeting our goal of helping communities with high unmet need, while also being mindful of current efforts as to not reinvent the wheel, but also having enough potential data to pick up on signals in the case reports that we collect. In infectious diseases, measuring outcomes is fairly straightforward and objective. Either the infection is cured or it's not, and a patient either dies or has to live with this chronic infection at times. In rare diseases, though, it's a bit more complex and observational. We're working towards creating a patient-reported outcome portal to work in tandem with our current clinician-submitted model in order to capture a more holistic data set and understand some of these more potentially subjective outcomes, such as reduction in dizziness or lightheadedness. But because of this, finding a community with significant existing patient advocacy was going to be critical, particularly a community with strong relationship with researchers to have their buy-in as well. With the guidance of the coordinating committee, we narrowed down our search and began an in-depth literature review. We also began outreach to clinicians, patient advocates, and other stakeholders to come and give presentations on their disease of interest. With all of these considerations and background, we ended up landing on the rhosopathies along with a cohort of the rare epilepsies for our pilot program of Cure Rare. During the rare disease panel, you will have the opportunity to hear from a fierce advocate in Noonan syndrome, which is the type of rhosopathy's mom, Lisa Schill, who will provide more in-depth insight to the current scope of work being done and where we are hoping to go for the future. This is only the beginning though, and I know the CDRC is excited to continue building our network of stakeholders to build out the CURE platform to help the most patients possible. Thank you.